Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Today on The Real Female Entrepreneurs, we're jet setting into the world of brain science, bold living, and total life transformation. Meet a woman who mixes mind magic and neuroscience based strategies and sprinkles in a little adventure in a foodie flair along the way. Okay, I'm jealous. I don't cook. So I might need to go visit her for her to cook for me. So she's an applied neuroscience trained life purpose coach, a full time traveler, and the brilliant mind behind the neuro fulfillment formula, helping you ditch the doubt, heal from your past, and build a life that lights you up. Get ready to glow from the inside out because we are welcoming today the brilliant and adventurous Monica Mangelson. Hey, Monica.
Hey, first of all, you're welcome to come visit me. I'll cook for you anytime. Just like gonna throw that out there, blanket invitation. But thank you so much for having me on here with you.
You're welcome. And I'm a New Orleans girl who doesn't cook. So there you go. That's bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that in your blood or something?
It's supposed to be, but it's not mine. My mother doesn't either. She has one of her friends gave her a plaque that says, "In my next life, I'm going to have a vending machine." That's what it says. In my next life, I'm going to have a vending machine. Bad stuff. I know.
I love it.
I know. All right. So, oh my God, neuroscience, getting into the brain, being as intuitive as you are, what transpired this? Something had to happen inside your life to make you go that way. Do you mind telling us?
Yeah, of course. I think it all started really in 2020, as I feel like a lot of people's journey started in 2020, a big upset globally. For me, my husband and I had signed contracts to go work with the Peace Corps for 2 years. And so we were going to be living in Mozambique, Africa. We were super excited. We had sold all of our stuff. We prepped all of our friends and family, told them we were going to be gone. And we were 2 weeks out from leaving when COVID closed everything. And so then all of a sudden we're like, okay, we have no home. We had someone lined up to buy our car who luckily they backed out. So everything worked out well, but we had sold all of our stuff, all of our furniture, our housing contracts. And all of a sudden we're like, great. Like, now what? Like, we are homeless. We don't have any plans. We don't have any jobs. We don't have anything lined up. And originally it was just going to be 2 weeks. And so it was going to be totally fine. We just went home to see Austin's parents and we were going to spend some time with family before we left for 2 years. But then 2 weeks became 2 months, which then became 3, then 4, then 5. And it just kept stretching on and on and on. And I got so tired of waiting for somebody else to tell me that I could live my life again. I am a very adventurous person. I have a nomadic soul at my core, and I just felt so stuck and just so frustrated that nothing was happening, and there was so much doubt and fear going on, and I just didn't know if I was ever going to be able to travel again, and could this really be my life? Like, I was just so angry. And so I finally got to a breaking point where I was like, you know what? I need to do something for myself. Like, I need to take back control of my life. And so I started researching ways to be able to make money while traveling. And so I ended up starting out as kind of a virtual assistant, which really taught me the back end of business. I learned social media, I learned email, I learned marketing, I learned so many good systems to put in place. And that launched me into my whole online business journey, which has evolved and changed a whole lot. But ultimately, it led me to this place of trying to understand why some people were more successful than others, why some people could change their life more than others. And so I ended up getting applied neuroscience coaching certified to understand the brain, understand that these neural pathways that we're trying to create. And now I use that to help my clients reinvent themselves and to create lives that light them up and make them excited to be living.
That's fabulous. Oh my God. Okay. I want to be lit up even more than what I am, but I am lit up a lot. So Having your own business, how do you balance the demands of your advancing career, business life, and professional, personal, all of it? How do you do it? You're married. I know you got some baby puppies. Um, how do you balance it? And you live probably away from family, correct?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
how do you balance that with the travel and everything?
Yeah, I mean, and there's another tricky element for us in that we are nomadic. So we don't actually have like a home base. So we're moving every couple of months. We've been in the country, out of the country. We've been all over the world, and so it adds this extra element of how do I explore and enjoy each place I'm in while actually getting work done. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it has been a challenge in some points to try to figure out that balance. But I think I've really been working on leaning into just the natural feminine cycles of work and rest, and just understanding that there are certain times where I am so motivated and I can put in 12 hours a day and I can bust through things and get so much done. And it feels good and natural and feels like something I need to do. And then I'll kind of complete that cycle and end up in, I need more rest. I need more adventure. I need more time outside of the workplace to get inspired, to feel creative, to be able to bring that energy back into those moments of hustle. And so finding ways to really lean into that cycle has really been beneficial for me, but also taking time to schedule out fun, like to schedule fun. Fun is something that everybody needs and we all need more of, but we let it kind of hit the back burner so often. And so whenever my husband and I go into a new place, we'll write down some bucket list things. These are the 5 things we really want to do while we're here. And it might be a cooking class, it might be a restaurant, it might be a hike that we want to go on, it might be some tourist thing that we want to see. And we'll write down those 5 things, and then we'll actually go into our calendar and we will schedule them out. And then it's like a sacred time that we have carved out in our calendar, and we hold that appointment so that we can go and we can have fun and we can explore, and then the rest can fall around it, and we are able to balance it that way, in that we get to see the big things that we want to see, the reason that we're there in the first place, but we still have lots of time to work, and we don't have to feel guilty about working because we know that there's a place in our calendar to get all the rest of the things done.
That's amazing. I love the fact that you schedule it out and you make it just like an appointment, just like we had an
Mm-hmm.
appointment today. You
Mm-hmm.
schedule that out and you don't veer from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You make that commitment. And that is a true thing with everything in life. Once you commit to something, what happens to the brain when you commit to something?
It just makes it so you're so much more likely to do it. And it's so much more likely if not only just like thinking it in your head, but putting it out into the physical space, writing it down, telling somebody, putting it on a calendar makes it so much more likely to get it done, because your brain hates to be wrong. There's nothing your brain hates more than being wrong. And so once you've put it out there into the physical space, your brain like kicks into gear and is like, okay, we're going to make this happen. Yes or yes. Like that's that's a really Spanish saying. Like we always say, sí or sí, yes or yes. Like you're going to make it happen. There's no other option. And I'm going to make this happen because I can't be wrong. And so everything will line up. You'll be able to get everything, all of your physiology behind this goal, behind this task that you've set for yourself.
So, talking about tasks and getting things done, tell us about women who are sitting there, they're in their business and they're struggling a little bit. What is like a tip you could give them to get them to move forward in their business, to get them unstuck, basically?
Yeah, I think one of the first things you have to look at is why you're stuck. Like be really, really honest with yourself. Why are you stuck? And I find that a lot of my clients have this kind of issue of, well, I don't know if I can be successful. Like I'm afraid of failing. Or some of them are, I don't know if I should be successful. I'm afraid of what I will lose if I am wildly successful. I'm afraid of the friends I might lose. I'm afraid like my husband will look at me differently if I make more money than him. I'm afraid that people are just going to want to be friends with me for the things that I have and not for me anymore. And so really taking a second and digging deep and being radically honest with yourself. Why are you stuck? Realistically, why are you stuck? At the end of the day, business, it's not easy, but it is simple, right? It's simple to do the marketing. It's simple to go out there and put yourself out there. It's simple to grow your business. But so you know what you need to do. So you just need to know why you're struggling. Why are you not able to do that? Are you afraid of something? Are you afraid of showing up on social media? Are you afraid of showing up on podcasts? Are you afraid of stumbling over your words and looking like a fool? What are you actually afraid of? And then tackling that issue head on.
So I will tell you now, guys, I'm really honest on here. So I'm afraid of the green dot, but it's not the green dot. There's other things behind there that are causing me to not want to get in front of a camera on my own. I could do this all day long. I love this. This is great. Yeah. But me getting there and go, oh yeah, let me do a 90-second reel real quick. Never quit. Yeah. It's hours upon hours upon hours. And it's mostly about it. And I say this because I know it's that, because a lot of women have this same little thing is, what's somebody going to say about me? And those people that, who usually criticize you, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? But putting yourself out there is key.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And just recognizing that nobody who is on the same path or further ahead will ever criticize you, ever. The only people who are ever going to criticize you are the ones who are not even on the same journey that you're on. So why does their feedback matter? It shouldn't. They don't understand the journey that you're on. They're on their own journey and you're on your journey. And so being able to recognize that any criticism you get is from people who are behind you or not even on that path. And so finding the people ahead of you on the same path who are encouraging you and learning to lean and look towards them for guidance is really, really helpful.
That is great advice. You've given so many tips here today already. All right. Knowing what you know now and what you've learned in business so far, what advice would you go back and give your 18-year-old self?
Yeah, it's so interesting. There's so many different, my 18-year-old self would never imagine myself being here with you today, ever. And so I think having this ability to be open to the possibilities is what I would want her to know. She was very rigid, right? She had her whole life planned out every step of the way. She knew what she wanted and she knew how to get there. I have always been a very ambitious person. And sometimes I have found that I hold on so tightly to what I think I want that I miss other opportunities. And so just being able to be ambitious, but open to the possibilities, open to the opportunities that come, because once you make up your mind and once you start moving forward, so many opportunities come your way. And so I would love to just go and just tell her to let go of her plans, because the more you hold on to plans that aren't working out, the longer it takes you to pivot, the messier it is, the harder it is. And the more you can be open to opportunities that come your way, the more fun it is and the more exciting this whole journey becomes. And you can go through a lot of the pivots a lot easier with a lot less tears and a lot less frustration.
Just have that movability and ready to go. You have that. Yeah. You are a traveler. You're adventurous. It's fun.
Yeah. It's so fun. It's so fun. And when you're trying so hard to complete steps and do certain things, you miss the whole journey along the way when you're so focused on the destination. And so allowing it to be an adventure, allowing it to be fun, riding the ups and riding the downs and loving every second of it is just, that's why we're here, right? None of us are here because we want to be miserable. We're all here because we want to be fun. We want to have fun. We want to grow something and we want to have this grand adventure. And so being able to be intentional and just enjoying it and enjoying all the twists and turns and the surprises that come along the way.
I love that. So building your business, can you tell us like a key strategy that you took that maybe that other people would look at and go, no, don't do that. That's not right. But you did it anyway.
Yeah. For me, it's just been like relationships. I build my whole business on relationships with other people and just chatting and talking. And my marketing isn't always super strategic. My marketing isn't always super consistent, but my relationships that I have built have been the entire time. And a lot of people look at my lifestyle of traveling all over the world and not having a home base and not being very consistent. A lot of people have said that seems like a really hard way to build a business. And in some ways they're dead on. They're so dead on. But in other ways, it has allowed me to build relationships with people all over the world. And it's allowed me to bring in perspectives from different religions and different cultures and different places. And that has been such a foundational, pivotal part of the business that I have created. And the relationships that I have built my business on have come from that experience. I think my relationships are deeper, quicker than most people's, because when I'm out in the middle of nowhere, when I'm in a country where I don't speak the language, when I'm so far away from home, I depend on other people. And I am so open and used to being vulnerable with other people because of that. And it allows me to build relationships that I know I can call on, and I know I can create beautiful collaboration moments, and I can use them to help me further my business.
I find that true too. Building those relationships, meeting people. Like, I'm super excited when I do this because I get to meet all of you and get to know what you do and build relationships that way.
So fun. Yeah, it really does take a village, honestly.
I can't do what I do without like my team that I have.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'd be like, I would be 24/7 awake.
Yes. Yeah. And then you still wouldn't have enough time.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right. Can you share any future plans that you have right now for your business that we can keep our eyes out looking for?
I have some future plans, but they're still in the works. I'm not ready to go public with them yet. So I know that's such a terrible teaser, but definitely stay tuned because big things are coming.
I like teasers. I think they're fun. If you had a superpower for just 24 hours, one day, what would it be?
Yeah, in line with our conversation from before, my superpower of choice is always to be able to pause time. How great would it be to be able to just pause time and be able to enjoy each moment a little bit longer and linger in each moment just a little bit longer? Or think about all the possibilities of that. Like, for example, if we're having a conversation, all of a sudden I'm like, shoot, I really need to pee. Pause, run to the bathroom. It'd be so great. It'd be so fantastic.
I'm for that one.
Right? Wouldn't that just be great? And the more you think about it, the better it gets.
Oh my God. I like pause and go to the bathroom so much. I want to say that so many times when I'm recording. I'm like, okay, that is so funny. Thank you for that laugh. I needed that.
You're welcome.
What's one fun fact about you that not a lot of people know about? We already know a whole lot, but
yeah. This is always such a hard question for me because I'm a big oversharer. So most people know a lot of things about me. But one thing that's really interesting is I'm allergic to almonds, but only almonds. I'm not allergic to any other kind of nut, just almonds. But it's like an anaphylactic reaction. It's so random and weird. I've only met one other person who knew somebody else who had just an almond allergy. I don't know very many people who it's just almonds.
Olive oil and vegetable oil.
Really? Interesting.
No.
Allergies are such a weird thing. I just don't understand.
No sense sometimes. All right. I love that fact. That's a unique fact. I like unique facts. All right. What about a favorite book? Do you have a favorite book?
Yeah. So I haven't actually read this since I was in high school. So I'm always a little bit nervous to recommend it, but it absolutely changed my life. And it's The Orphan Keeper. It's based on a true story of a kid who was adopted illegally from India. And he came over to the States and couldn't speak a word of English. He couldn't explain to anyone what had happened. And it was absolutely life-changing for me. It just changed the way that I view so much. It was the first thing in my life that really gave me a huge paradigm shift, to understand that things that I had thought my whole life might not always be the case. And it really just opened me up to hear people's stories more and hold space for those stories and recognize that sometimes there's a really messy truth that is really hard to look at, but so important to hear and to hold space for.
Okay, it's on my read list, must read list. It sounds way cool.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And if you're ever in Utah, his family opened up an Indian restaurant, and it is fabulous. It is so good.
Okay, so I love when you can connect with somebody who's real and it's a real story. That is
Yep, it's a
cool.
true story.
Or what about a song of songs? I know you got a few, I bet.
Yeah, my favorite hype song, it's called Tick Tick Boom, and I should have looked up who it's by, but I think it's from like the Scooby-Doo movie or something, but it's just such a good hype up song. It always gets me in the mood to just to hustle, to just like knock things out of the park and just to thrive. I don't know. It's such a good song.
Oh, I love it. Do you have any other favorite songs? You can give me more than one.
I have a lot of favorite songs, but that is definitely like my go-to song. Like it's the most reliable one that I can go to anytime. My other songs are literally all over the place. If you look at my playlist, I got country, I got rap, I got like musicals kind of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff on my playlist.
I know my husband goes, "Do you have no genre?" I'm like, "No,
Yes.
I don't."
Yeah. I don't even have a favorite artist. I just like specific songs from those artists.
Yeah, I'm the same way. All right, a favorite quote.
My favorite quote is from Mae West, and she says, "You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough."
Love that.
Isn't that good? It's short and concise, but it also just puts to rest like so many like fears I've had. I've always had this fear ever since I was really little. I've had this fear of not having enough time. And so it just kind of puts this fear to rest that if I live my life in a way that I can be proud of every single day, then that's enough. I don't need more time. And it just, it's such a good quote.
That is really good. It goes with your pause.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. So this one's going to be hard for you because you're already motivated. But how do you stay motivated?
I stay motivated by creating the vision for myself. And I am not a very visual person, but creating like vision boards for myself is so helpful. And then I post it everywhere. It's my screensaver on my phone. It's my screensaver on my computer. It's, I have variations of it. I always create a Pinterest board for, with the different pictures and things like that. And then I just try to put that vision of the life I'm creating in as many places as I possibly can so it can become ingrained and keep that motivation high.
That's awesome. I love that. I love Pinterest boards and I love my vision board. It's like my go-to. All right. Yeah. Do you have a giveaway or download? And basically, how can our audience just stay connected with you?
Yes, I would love to be connected. I'm a collector of friends. And so I love connecting with anybody and everybody. I'm pretty easy to find. Coaching by Monica is my Instagram handle, my Facebook handle. It's also my website, Coaching by Monica. And then if you go to coachingbymonica.com/intuition, that's my freebie for everybody. It is an intuition guide. It's a decision-making guide on how you can tap into your intuition to make better decisions, quicker decisions, and decisions that feel more aligned with who you are and not the things people are telling you or not the role you've always been playing or been told to play. It helps you tune into who you are and to make decisions according to that. It's a whole step through guide of how you can create that space to listen to that gut feeling that you have. And then I also have a really cool workshop. It is evergreen. You can join anytime if you go to coachingbymonica.com/unstoppable. And the workshop is Becoming Unstoppable. It is the neuroscience-backed guide to making goals that stick. So I really go into the neuroscience of goal making and how you can use your brain to set goals that you're actually going to stick to and not those New Year's resolutions that you left in your rear view mirror such a long time ago. I'm going to help you redefine the way you make goals. I'm going to change everything that you think about goals, and I'm going to help you make goals that feel easy and fun and just like a no-brainer. And you're going to be amazed at how much you can get done once you understand the neuroscience behind it and start to implement these really small things.
So I can tell you now, you're fun. So they are going to have fun no matter what they do with you. They're going to have a blast. So I know there's probably something else you'd like to say to everybody, our audience. What would you like to leave them with?
I am just so grateful for everyone for being here and holding this space to share this moment together. I'm so grateful for everybody who has taken the time to invest in themselves and in their business, because I truly believe that what the world needs now more than ever is for you to step up and become the best version of yourself. We need you to be the best version of yourself, because there's nobody else who can fill that role. And it's such a crazy world right now. It's so volatile. There's so much fear in the world right now. And we just need more people who are willing to do the work to empower themselves and to create businesses that change the world and empower the people in their circle. And it creates this amazing ripple effect that when one person stands up and becomes the best version of themselves, everyone around them takes notice and they want to step up too. And then everyone around them notices and they want to step up. And it is this beautiful ripple effect that truly has the ability and the power to change and heal the world. So I just want to thank everybody who's here in this moment, who is listening to this podcast, who's watching the YouTube videos, who's reading the articles and being inspired and taking the time to be inspiring at the same time, because that's just what we need. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for you.
You know what, Monica, you were so much fun. Oh my God. Thank you for being here with us. You're a blast. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for holding and creating this space.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.